Hi guys, we're live. It's a new show called the Chequered Flag Show. Latest news in the world of Formula One. Come join us as we discuss the latest talking points. So, like I said, this is a brand new show. This show was meant to be done on Friday night, but due to circumstances out of my control, it's been done tonight. It will be every other. It will be every other Friday from then on in. But yeah, it's bringing you the latest talking points in the world of Formula One, as well as debates and talking points. So I think the big news we will start with is about Lewis Hamilton. After winning the Bahrain Grand Prix, he's apparently come under. He's currently tested positive for COVID-19. Now, obviously, he's going to be out for 14 days, self-isolating. So, yeah, because he's self-isolating 14 days, he will not be at the secure Bahrain Grand Prix, which is a shame. So, but it'll be interesting to see who takes that spot. And actually, it's an interesting debate, and I'd love your opinion. Who should take Hamilton's seat for this Grand Prix? Why not? I don't think why George Russell shouldn't get a chance. He's outperformed that Williams on many occasions. So, yeah, I think give him a chance to be in a decent car, and why not? So, yeah, so, but sticking on as Chris joins us, how are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Finally getting the show off the ground. Okay. Yeah, just talk about Hamilton get a positive COVID test.
Don't
Uh,
know. Don't know what happened now. Unfortunately.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think though that they've got very strict measures, and like we know he's like what an athlete he is. So I'm sure 14 days he's probably gonna have mild symptoms at best. And yeah, it's just a shame that we'll miss the next Grand Prix.
It only means one man for Mercedes, Nico Hulkenberg. got to be, hasn't it? Can't be
Well, who
anyone
would you?
else.
Yeah, no. Who would you put in there?
Hulkenberg, simple.
Not George Russell.
I don't think that's just too much hassle though, because then Williams will have to pick another driver while he's over there. And well, Mercedes got your spots and haven't got Russell, Hulkenberg, who's the try? I forgot his last
No,
name.
you know Hulkenberg. You know Hulkenberg. He'll get that seat and won't get a podium.
Imagine if he finishes above Bottas as well.
Oh god.
Bloody hell. Then Mercedes been thinking, oh, hang on.
Well, at least out of all this, you might actually say that Verstappen has a chance of winning.
or the racing points as well. Or one of them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, unless it does the unthinkable at Sakir Bahrain, which is rain. But yeah, but then there was rain last weekend as well during one of the practice sessions.
Which was weird, wasn't it? Pretty in the desert.
Yeah, and I mean, I think everyone's probably come out of that of relief. I think it was the main thing that, and it proved to anyone who still doubts the halo. If you can't be proven what that thing does with that accident, then you clearly don't know anything about Formula One at all.
Without the halo,
Yeah,
cause
I've
on,
never seen a car go through an Armco, and I mean
because
not like over the top of it or under it, like through it. Absolutely.
it's one of the worst crosses I've probably seen last year. Just the
Yeah,
way,
I mean,
it went
there
through
was
the
no car
barrier.
left. The only car left, the only part was the chassis, which is a survival sort of like a concrete coffin. It's like a carbon fiber coffin that you can't pierce through. So yeah, apart from that, the rest of the car was destroyed. So, but what it does mean is that it's a shame that I think Grosjean's career is going to end like that, but it could have been a lot worse.
I think he'd rather be. I think he'd rather be alive than obviously end his career like that.
But I think the nice thing is that Emerson Fittipaldi's grandson will take over for 2 races, so you get to see the Fittipaldi name on the grid. Whether he'll live up, and this is a chance actually for Fittipaldi to say, because he knows that seat's available for next year, and if he gets good results in a shit Haas car, I mean that car is shit, right? It is.
I feel sorry for Steiner as well. Bloody man's in that team.
I don't, because it makes like great comedy on Netflix.
But yeah, obviously one of the Haas seats is confirmed, isn't it? Mazepin.
Yeah, Mazepin, and I'm sorry if the other one does not go to Schumacher, then there's something wrong, right? And obviously things are really heating up in that contest as well. But I think you'd be a brave man to bet against Schumacher for the title now. In that instance, and it's not the first time I've said that.
That Peter one as well. That Peter one to say Schumacher's
Yeah,
done
right.
that
It's Peter. Yeah, Peter. If you're in the chat, come on, right? Because I was actually going to use this to go through Hamilton's sort of just roughly go around his career, because we could be talking for all night. So what sort of really made him and sort of confirmed the seat was Turkey 2006. Spins around the last corner, no, about fourth corner.
Yeah, fourth corner, I think.
And manages to get back up the front. So that sort of confirmed it for Ron Dennis, who was pretty much going to put him in the seat anyway. He goes against who was the current double world champion, Fernando Alonso, as a teammate. And even then, I suggested, he'd be a number 2, right? But literally in the first turn of his first race, he was like, "Nah, you all right, mate? Bye, mission ready." Right, right. I'm being number 2. Get out of here. Right. Went right round the outside, just like that. Bye. Right.
Which was done on him, to be honest, wasn't it? Which was done on him.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're there to win a championship winning car, right? So if you've got a championship winning car, you take the opportunity. And he would have won the championship that season. And he blames. Do you know what? It's funny. He always blames it on China 2007. Right? No, it's not. If McLaren gave him a reliable car throughout the Brazilian Grand Prix, he would have won that at Cruz.
Yep.
Because of the position he was in, he was champion. And he could afford to drop back a couple of positions. The way things played out.
Because the Brazilian Grand Prix was out of 3 drivers, I think it was.
It was Alonso, Raikkonen, and Hamilton. Yeah, Massa was like beyond a long shot. So yeah, it's a shame that reliability cost him that championship. We'd be talking about record breakers here, right? So then obviously 2008, right? I'm literally with 2 laps to go of that season, jumping up and down in front of the TV, swearing, hooting, and hollering, even at 14 years old, like how the FIA, the Ferrari, they've all screwed him over again. Right, right, just, and I'm like, no, this cannot happen again. It's a repeat of last year. I can't do this. I can't do this. Right, so yeah, that was just an incredible race. Right, I don't think you'll get a better finish than that ever. It's like in the script. It's like a movie, you know.
Yeah.
Not even Disney could work that one out.
It's like I was happy for. Obviously, I was happy as a criticism. Like Hamilton won it. At the same time, I felt sorry for Massa because I think Massa. I think he was there for it and thinking he won it. I know.
I think they told him. I think they told him with like 30 seconds because they were too busy celebrating. So I think they told him he had the championship. Right. So
that just a kill. I wouldn't be. I don't want to be Felipe Massa in that time.
yeah, I'm glad I don't have to watch something like that again. I think the main thing that you could probably work out from what he is now to what he is back then is that you see now he wins it with races to spare. He doesn't put
Yeah.
himself in that last battle position anymore. He makes sure he gets the job done early. So that's why when you saw it in Spain, he from Spain last year onwards, he won so many races in a row and went on a streak. Like this season, went on a streak, right? And he does that constantly. I think the closest one was 2018 because Ferrari generally had a faster car, right? And anyone that says Ferrari didn't have a fast car in 2018, you're lying to yourself.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah, Lewis Hamilton just gets the job done as early as possible, and
Yeah,
this is the way to be. Not bloody bottle it and just leave it to the final words. And
yeah. I mean,
did people a heart attack.
yeah. I mean, it's just um, that's the great thing with like drivers like Hamilton. They pick certain experiences up, no matter what they are, and use it to better their game. Right.
Yeah, but
That's why you see Hamilton now. This all dominant Hamilton, right? Car or not, right? Compared to what he was back in 2007 when he first started, where you saw the odd mistake, you saw the odd mishap, this, that, and all the other. I mean, 2012, for example, I actually think 2012 wasn't his fault at all.
no.
Every time he made a pit stop, there was something wrong, right? Every time he was leading the Grand Prix, the gearbox went or the transmission went. Like
I mean,
McLaren really sort of, they had the fastest car that year, and I think the team in general let them down big time.
because I think didn't he get pole in Spain? Obviously, he got took off him. That's when pass him out
Yeah,
and all.
because he ran out of fuel.
Just imagine
McLaren, that's the thing. Is I think with McLaren is that the problem I've had with McLaren is that they make stupid mistakes. Right? They make it hard for themselves all the time. Whereas if you look at Mercedes, for example, they've taken the like Hamilton does, take the experiences and better their game for it.
because even though Red Bull won the Constructors' Championship, they weren't really that dominant in the first half of the season because we had that crazy 7-race streak, didn't we? We had 7 different winners, and if
that's because they had the adaptation to the diffuser rule. I remember they took certain parts of the blown diffuser away, which really affected them. And people going about Vettel, he only won it because he had a faster car. Look at 2010. When he did the championship. At the most important time. Like, so you all say he only won it because of the car. Well, if that was the case, he would have been at the front at the start.
How many has he won? He's won four titles. I thought,
4.
yeah, four. I
He's
thought it
won
was
all
five
of Red
for
Bull.
some
If you
reason.
look at Red Bull's titles, he's won all of them.
I know he won one in 2011, 2012, 2013.
Yeah, 2010 to 2013 was the ones he.
2010.
Yeah, because you had Hamilton, Alonso, Webber, and Vettel all fighting it out in Abu Dhabi. Right, and watching Ferrari cock the strategy up in style. Right, watching him cock it up, especially after Alonso, what he did to Hamilton in 2007. It's like, all right, Hamilton's not going to win, but fuck, it's funny.
Yeah, I was hoping Mark Webber won it because if Lewis Hamilton, obviously, I was supporting Hamilton, but if he didn't win it, hoping Mark Webber because he just get underestimated at Red Bull because he was part of that team.
Yeah, I mean, he'd been in that team since 2007 when he went to Williams.
So he's been down there.
He's pretty much been there from literally day dot. I mean, they started in 2005, though it was then Jaguar and then Stewart and then. But yeah, I mean, you make a valid point. Is that Webber and Coulthard were sort of influential in sort of building that team up, and then you had Adrian Newey come in 2008, and obviously then that's when Newey took control and did what he did. So
and he got his favourite boy and favourite Dolan boy, which was Vettel.
Yeah,
for them many years.
I mean, look at 2013 in Malaysia.
Yeah,
right? They didn't just. Even though he was 3 times world champion, they didn't exactly sort of, oi, you sit down, right? It's like one of you say like Salah gets sent off, but he doesn't get docked his wages. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
because it's
Salah.
favouritism, ain't it? Favouritism. Yeah. So it's just obviously one of the best winners out there in the world.
Yeah, I mean but yeah, after 2012, he then joins Mercedes, and which by that time they only won one Grand Prix. Formerly being BAR Honda and Braun GP, and yeah, and already you could see that there'd been a change, right?
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I think that was both Schumacher and Hamilton at the same time, because people underestimate what Schumacher did for that team.
Yeah, because Mercedes weren't that good, but Schumacher, he did quite a good job while he was there.
It's not so much on the track, no, because people get it confused about on the track, off the track. On the track, he was past it.
Yeah.
The sport had moved on, right? But off track, the experience he had in winning titles with Ferrari and all that is so influential when you're trying to build a team to become as dominant. And they are now superiorly more dominant.
That's probably one of the reasons why Mercedes are dominant now.
Having
Schumacher there, that experience. Obviously, they weren't good when he was there, but having that, year and yes nothing.
And this is why you can compare Hamilton's with 2 Schumachers. Is that he went to Mercedes, sorry. They'd only won one Grand Prix, and when Schumacher went to Ferrari after winning the championship, that is, everyone was like, "Are you fucking mad?" Right? They ain't had a champion since Jody Scheckter, in 1979. So why the hell would you want to go there? So
taking that wit, ain't it?
Yeah, and all of a sudden it went
and
from
it's
a
paid
car
off.
that was struggling with its V12 to be able to win 3 races, then mount a title challenge the next season. And that's what you see with Hamilton is that, the first season went great, right? But then obviously the next season, yes, there were massive changes to the rules, which is probably what's helped Mercedes in their dominance because they had such a march. Right, I remember the Bahrain. You remember the 2014 Bahrain?
Yeah.
They're too busy fighting with each other, yet they're still gaining 3 seconds on the rest of the field. Right, by 2 laps, they're already trying to fight each other for first, and the rest of them are 6 seconds away fighting their own battle. And I'm sitting there like, I'm sure you lose time trying to fight someone.
I couldn't believe that. They're pretty bottlesy. The team radio were probably too busy saying, "Oh, yeah, Nico by, yeah, Lewis by, yeah, Nico by, yeah, Lewis by."
Yeah, I mean, it was ridiculous the dominance they had in that season, and it was pretty surprising with them why they didn't I think they only matched the record in terms of number of wins, which was by McLaren. But yet, if you look at their ratio, obviously McLaren had less races and they won 15 out of 16. It would have been, if it weren't for 2 laps in Italy, it would have been 16 out of 16.
Yeah.
It just feels like it's history repeating itself in a way, just with a different driver who's British. Hey.
Yeah. Hey, what that's me. Lewis Hamilton's not even confirmed yet for next season.
Oh, he's confirmed. I'm not having that bullshit.
Well, we don't know 2020.
I'm 40, mate. I'm old. I'm ancient. I'm ancient. Right. Actually, what will be is the Perez situation as well. Obviously, we've got Perez who wants to go to Red Bull. Not Haas. Does not look like he's going to get a Haas seat as well. So Perez is really banking on the fact Albon does something really stupid, right? Like Danny Kvyat did. I don't think he'll get a seat. So I think they'll stick with him. It's not like Red Bull to go against their driver academy.
No.
Which is a shame. Right, and I know some watchers in the chat. Let me know about what you feel towards Perez. Do you think it's a scandal the fact that a driver of his standards is not getting a Formula One seat? Right, especially when you got Lance Stroll, his teammate. Like, I'm sorry. Let's be honest. He's there because his dad's there.
His dad's there.
I'm sorry. Right? Yes, he's got a pole position. Right, but you cannot sit there and tell me he's better than Perez.
It's the same as Haas, saying it. Mazepin's only there because his dad's not involved with Haas.
Well, you could say that with Schumacher. You could say that with Schumacher as well, couldn't you? Right, but
it's a scandal. It's a scandal. Come on.
I mean, he's the most successful Mexican driver in the sports history, which, I mean, compared to most records, is not the greatest, but like it proves that you still got to be at some level. I mean, Gutierrez was there for a number of seasons. He didn't get anything out of it, and I don't know if he was once teammates with his at one point. 2013.
I think so. But
I think 2013.
Yeah, I'm sure Perez went back to Sauber at some point, didn't they?
Yeah, because Perez moved to Force India in 2014. So, and he was with Sauber
for
just for 1 season. So if that's the case, then why didn't Gutierrez get a podium or a decent enough drive? I mean, but Perez could have won a Grand Prix by now. He had perfect good opportunity in Malaysia in 2012, which was just mad because the field was just everywhere. I
remember that in the Sauber as well.
Yeah, I mean that was another topsy turvy race, right? But
it's not. I'm sorry, I'm not having it.
Well,
I want him. He has to go to Red Bull. Come on. This is the last 3 races will probably decide it. It's only between Albon and Perez who finishes higher, probably. Like, will Red Bull go for Tsunoda from TP2? No. Too early for him. Too early. Not straight away either. Either put him in AlphaTauri, which is their feeder team, then probably stick with Albon and Red Bull. That's probably the idea.
Who'd you drop out of AlphaTauri though?
Kvyat. Come on.
Yeah, I get your point there. He's had his chance, hasn't he? And it's not exactly like, unlike Gasly, who's actually not just, all right, people could say, well, if it weren't for Hamilton doing that stupid maneuver or doing something like that, he wouldn't have won that race, right? But he then got a podium before that in 2019. Okay, because it was Hamilton again, right? It's coincidence.
He's doing everyone a favour.
He's two Hamilton mistakes, and Gasly goes win the Grand Prix. Right? So Brit helping out a Frenchman.
So that's probably why anyone will win the race this weekend, because of Hamilton obviously being enforced and he.
Oh yeah, it's all up for grabs now. Yeah. Right. I think Liverpool. I think Liverpool. Remember that commentary? It's all up for grabs now. Right? Yeah. You can banter me all you want, mate. Right? I know we're shit. Right?
Just wait for the ads to come on. Ads to come on. I'm pretty Peter Raymond and comments. I have done it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him. Right. So I bet it's funny is that they usually turn up when I'm live doing a football stream. Now I'm doing an effort. It's completely thrown them. They're like, what? So they're like, they don't want to come on because they know they'll probably get embarrassed. So, but yeah, Pirelli were testing also tyres during for next year's Grand Prix because obviously because of the pandemic they haven't been able to do separate test sessions, so they're having to use Friday practice to sort of test the next season.
It's about time.
You just fucking stick them on the same tyres.
It's about time after watching that British Grand Prix. Fucking Lewis Hamilton with the punter. Lucky he won.
I can get that because the tyres were going past its expected life. Right, Pirelli did say it weren't really supposed to last that long. So you can kind of get that because it was a safety car incident and they had to use that safety car to stop early.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it weren't like 2015 when Rosberg's tyre blew and then Vettel's blew just after a Rouge. And I remember Vettel's interview afterwards, and he was proper pissed off. But then I would be, right? You put your life in their hands, right? And if that tyre went off through no Rouge, he's going off at 180 mile an hour straight into a wall.
Yeah.
Right? And at an angle that's going over a crest. So you don't know what angle he's going to hit it at. Right? And that's a lot less speed than what Roman Grosjean did. And Mum's just confirmed it's 137 miles an hour. So, you know what I mean? So I can get why, but I think to this year's tyres, they're not going to be much different to next year. I think next year is just like get through that, get to next year, budget caps, new regulations, new aerodynamics, right? It's one of those just cross out 2021 and let's go again in 2022. Right? We don't really give a crap about next year, right? Well, that's what Ferrari have done, at least, anyway.
Yeah, Ferrari I think Ferrari are all planned for 2022, aren't they? They're not.
Yeah, but I thought for. Do you know what? I feel sorry for Ferrari because you know when you say don't look back in the past, like no, don't look back because you look back at the past. Well, unfortunately, they have to keep looking back because everyone keeps overtaking them.
So yeah.
So, but yeah, and we were talking about the lineups. Is that Mercedes? Obviously, Hamilton. I'm going to count that as done, and Bottas. Verstappen and whatever Red Bull decide to do. Ocon, Alonso. Kvyat, Gasly. Aston Martin, which will be Racing Point, for anyone who doesn't know who that will be, is Vettel and Stroll. Then Williams will have Russell and Latifi. Raikkonen and Giovinazzi. And then obviously the two Haas seats. I think Mazepin and then probably Schumacher as well. But yet to be confirmed. But then why is Latifi in there? What's he done? Let's be honest. Has he ever qualified Russell?
Nah, probably not.
No.
From what I
I'm
remember.
sorry, in a team like that, the only person you can go against in a team like Williams at the minute is your teammate. Right now, Kubica I could sort of get because maybe the accident had like lasting effects that meant he wasn't what he used to be, which is a shame because he was a good driver. Right, led the title in 2008 at one point. And probably could have challenged for the title if BMW invested in the money. But yeah, Latifi, I don't get it. I don't get it why. And this is why I
Well,
say if Latifi's that good, he needs to be in a Williams seat. Then George Russell must be so good that why don't him as a Mercedes Academy driver take over Hamilton's seat for the Bahrain Grand Prix and give him a shout? It's not like that. It's
true
not like
point.
got a constructors championship to win, have they? Right? That's already packed up in the bag and on the way home.
It's already in the trophy cabinet.
Yeah, it's already squeaky. The trophy cabinet's already getting squeaky clean from the prize giving going on. Right? It's going to be more cleaner than freaking Verstappen's trophy cabinet. I can give you that.
Yet I understand. But it's 50-50 on your TV. I understand why they're doing it. I'm giving them another chance, another season. Because some teams, they do that, don't they? Like, I remember Marcus
I think
Ericsson.
the problem, yeah, but I think the problem is that Marcus Ericsson you can get away with because the standard in F2. You look at the standards in F2. Yuki Tsunoda. You've got obviously Williams aren't going to go for Yuki Tsunoda because he's a Red Bull driver. So you know where Yuki Tsunoda is going, right? And that's why I say with Kvyat, if he's had his chance and he's blew it, put Yuki Tsunoda in there, right? He's challenged for the championship in his first season in F2, which is not easy. Right? Schumacher didn't manage to do that. He only managed to win one Grand Prix. And what's even greater is that everyone keeps going, it's Schumacher. Well, he's not actually won the most races. He's not actually won the most races, the races in F2. But yet he's been more consistent, which is why he has the championship. It was others like Ilott, you could see on last weekend, massive mistake. And I think that blew his chances, to be honest.
I think,
but
I think I also have another season there too, probably. Most likely. I think Miss Schumacher probably.
I'm surprised Mazepin has been picked over Ilott because they're both Ferrari Academy drivers. So,
but this goes back to the Mazepin's father, obviously, in there.
Yeah, and unfortunately with Haas the way they are in a minute, they need investment. Right, they need that investment in a minute until next season when the season after, where you get the budget caps coming in, and I can get why a load of fans at the minute, like that I speak to, they used to watch it, but they're not watch it anymore because it's like the money is just insane, and it's always the same drivers because the teams. It's always the same teams investing the most money. This is where the budget caps help because they can't spend as much money as they bloody want to. They got to spend a certain amount as well as the others, so that it levels the competition. So I still think they'll have an advantage, but they'll probably be pulled back.
Yeah,
but I don't know what you think towards it.
Obviously, I just think the investment. That's why Mazepin's not in on the investment from his father then involved, and we need to wait and see what he does in the hat. Yeah, we don't want to be chuds him saying, he's rubbish and all that. But it could easily prove us one, but we will wait and see.
But that's the thing. That's why I'd like to know what if they're doing that young driver test at the end. So the end of the season, you usually do that young driver test, and I'd like to see if they're doing that this year. Might not be because of the pandemic. So if they are, I'd like to see that and how good that he can be. But yeah, I mean, we won't know until next season fully until even testing really. But then part of me thinks if Haas are continuing the way they're going, they're going to struggle next season as well. Because 2018, they were doing brilliantly.
Yeah, they were mid-table, top 10.
Yeah.
Versus consistent. Behind the top three teams, which were Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, and whoever the fourth PS team were by that time.
Yeah. So the battle for third in the constructors, obviously, it's key in terms of expenditure. Which probably raises the question where you finish in the table in 2022 might not be too bad because of the distribution and the money. But obviously, third spot is not going to come off very often for the rest of the teams. Obviously, now McLaren with 171 points. Racing Point have gone from third to fifth on 154. And I think it's 160 odd for Renault. So it's now in McLaren's court. So I'd like to, and they were probably shocked more than Racing Point, probably.
Yeah, considering Racing Point were unlucky in Turkey.
Yeah, and I think they've been unlucky in both races, to be honest. But yeah, what do you think? Who do you think? Do you think? I'm trying to think. Yeah, who would you say would get third spot now if you had to choose it?
Yeah, McLaren for me. I think I have to go for McLaren, right? But then after the next race, could all change then. I'm pretty Western Point be back in there or when not.
Yeah, I think the thing with McLaren is that they've been consistently around there throughout the season.
Yeah, that's my reason.
Renault and Racing Point are probably new to this sort of fight. McLaren have been there, done that, wrote the book. So
I think, and I also think McLaren. Yes, be honest, I think they've got the best partnership. Yeah, drivers wise, driver partnership.
Oh no, yeah, Norris and Sainz.
No disrespect to Ocon and Jan Squirrel.
Then again, I'd like why you put Norris in the Mercedes?
The point.
I would.
I didn't see Charles Russell doing that. Like Williams to McLaren to Mercedes or Williams to Mercedes.
Yeah, well, it'll be Williams to Racing Point and Mercedes, to be
Oh yeah,
honest.
West Point.
Because of their backed engine. And speaking of engine, what do you think about Red Bull and Honda? That's a
Yeah,
disaster in itself, isn't it?
yeah. I think Honda's even soon, isn't it?
What's that?
I think Honda. I don't think the Honda engine's not going to be in F1. I don't know when. I think it's 2022 or whatever. I know it's there
Yeah,
next year.
2020. Yeah, 2022 is they're pulling out.
So
And Mercedes are literally gone. No,
no.
they're not that stupid. You really think they give them the same power as they've got fighting for a title?
No, not
That was
happening.
that's like Wenger giving Ferguson Barry Van Persie to say, "Here you go, win the title." That's
True.
basically it is basically what he did, isn't it? Right? That's like giving them your best striker and say, "Yeah, we don't need him really. Shit, really."
Then it put Arsenal and bloody Monmouth.
Or send them the ones that broke on the production line.
I think Red Bull will probably go back to Renault engine, probably.
Oh god. You do know
I,
they don't get along anymore.
oh well, yeah, saying that. Wasn't the Try to Survive thing? Maybe not. With Christian Horner and the Renault die.
Do you know what? I remember when Christian Horner said, like, after I think it was after Austria 2019, right? And he sat there and like, was really like chest out. You know when fans like get really like chest out. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm backing in what I'm saying here, right? It's like Verstappen's the best driver on the grid, and I'm like, like my literal expression is like this. What? I said, how on earth did you work that one out?
Just ignore Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, just ignore him. Yeah, what does he do? Fuck all, really. Yeah, right. Yeah, man only breaks records, but yeah, meaningless.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. So, do you know what? I just hope that we all give Sir Lewis Hamilton, Sir. Right.
Well,
Too long. That's been waiting for.
that's one for Peter. Call him Sir. Not
Yeah,
Lewis, Sir.
yeah.
Sir Lewis Hamilton.
I can call him Lewis
But
Hamilton. I met him.
but then he'll say, well, Michael Schumacher should have got one then.
Yeah, well, he may not notice, mate. Right, to be a sir, you got to be British. Right,
True
you have
point.
to be British. Otherwise, it's honorary. You're not a sir. Right,
Oh,
you know.
just watch him come off now and say that.
Oh please, oh please. Like I said, there's not many people watching, to be honest, and I don't really care because it was going to start off slow. Anyway, right.
Yeah,
And
and there's not really many fans of F1 if you think
yeah,
about
not
it.
so far I can reach at the minute, but we'll get there eventually. But it gives me something else to talk about in football.
You're sick of talking about Arsenal.
Ah, don't. I don't know who's more deluded. Right. I don't know who's more deluded, Arsenal Football Club or the fans. Right. I'm sorry, it's just some of this shit they're coming out with now. And I'm like, are you serious?
Well, apparently Jurgen Klopp was finished, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Apparently, it's all right for Emery to get sacked on this form, but for Arteta, no. No, he's got the same deadwood of players, but no, we shouldn't get rid of him.
He's a next Messiah apparently, and a next Pep Guardiola apparently.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm sorry. If someone is in relegation form, no matter what they are, you sack them. Otherwise, you get relegated. Simple.
The people are just too bothered about. It's just because he's with Pep Guardiola. Doesn't mean anything. Pep Guardiola done it for himself. And there's no way Arteta had a part to play in that. Yes,
It's
start of that
nothing against.
season.
Look, I don't have anything against Arteta. He's just taking the job that is too big for him.
It's too early for him. Yeah,
Like Benitez would struggle to get in. If Benitez or any other manager would struggle to sort all this shit out.
because Arsenal fans just playing the board on, which is because of the
It's a whole mixture of it.
Pepe sign and all that.
Oh yeah, we're not getting rid of him. Yeah, we're not getting rid of Kolasinac, but we'll get rid of Pepe. That's a good idea. You know what I mean?
Mustafi as well. Oh
Yeah.
Can't get rid of him.
Like I might moan about Verstappen. At least he's got some talent.
This can't be too arrogant. That's all.
Yeah. I mean Verstappen. Look, I would have every respect for him if he had every respect for the rules and safety. And do you know what? Hopefully, last weekend shows him why you don't go flat out for yellow flags. Right? Gives him a sharp sort of weight is reality.
I didn't see much of Verstappen's reaction to the calls on.
I heard the radio, right? Asked if he was okay, but then straight back on to what he's got to do. But yeah, it's
Kvyat was like, even though Kvyat was involved, of course he wasn't to blame. It was Kroos on just trying to make a move in the right hand side. Kvyat even said, "Oh, God, is he all right?" Because he saw.
yeah, of course. You see that, you're like shit. So,
and if something more traumatic happened to Kroos on, Kvyat will probably think, "Oh, that's my fault." Yeah, he'll feel guilty.
Yeah,
when he shouldn't.
I mean, do you? It's probably how Correa feels because he was the one who couldn't avoid Hubert when he tore the car in half. And when I mean tore the car in half, tore the cockpit in half. I mean the cockpit.
Yeah. Once the cockpit is done, that's it.
I saw what was left of that, and I'm like, nah. That was. I'm so glad I actually didn't watch that live. Because that was.
I don't think I was at home that time. But then I came back and I heard about
it.
Well,
it's usually straight after the qualifying. I just watched the qualifying. But I thought I had something else. I thought I'd watch something else and do something else. Right, but when I heard that and I saw the replay, I'm like, oh shit.
He's on F1 2020, yeah, neither damn. Which I don't really agree with. Because with FIFA, they always remove Tiote from Newcastle, for example. I understand why they do it. They want to pay tribute and all that, but
We'll do it with Bianchi. Bianchi's still on the 2014 game, 2015 game, because you got the 24 season. But I don't mind it as such because he was there on God-given right, and you shouldn't be removed because of that. I don't feel he should be removed because of an accident, and I don't think he would want that either, right? Because he's like, I've earned my way there, right? So just because I'm not there no more doesn't mean you can't Like,
Yeah, true.
you know. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll wrap it up there. Like I said, it was late arranged. It was supposed to be a Friday. All right. Next time, I'm just gonna tell the doctor. Right, you either pull it out or I pull it out myself. I'll go to all the way to A&E for nothing. Literally all the way to A&E
Yeah.
just to have a plaster put on it. Because, like, he couldn't, basically what is a long cannula, he couldn't take it out in case I bled to death. And I'm like, it's not an artery. It's not exactly like it's an artery or main vein, mate. Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I would do if I was in your situation.
Oh, I was about to just go, well, I might as well just pull it out then. Right, the nurse saw me in 20 minutes. When I got to the hospital, I was in and out in not even 15 minutes. Right, you know what I mean? I must have the record in this country for the quickest A&E admission. Honestly, I mean,
Yes.
any more health records do I need?
It's not like that over here. You have to wait an hour.
Well, yeah. I mean, and I'm just like, seriously? You've sent me all the way over there to A&E where people could be coming in with symptoms just to have a plaster taken off, or just to have a line removed, and basically you do what you do if you're a nurse or a doctor in a hospital, which is put pressure on it. That's what stops bleeding. And you literally sit there like, how did you become a doctor? How did you become a nurse? Surely it was in your exams.
So, yeah. Putting on the fascination as well. Oh, dear me. That's going to be a carry on, that.
Well, yeah, it was because the fact that he was reasoning was because the fact that I was on blood thinners, right? And I'm like, okay, so when you take blood out of us, right, do you need to get someone else to push pressure on it once you've taken the blood? Right? Because if that's the case, why do I have blood tests at the GP? I should have them at A&E.
So, yeah.
It's the same thing. So, yeah, it says shame that it interrupted this, but it will be every Friday from then on. So not this Friday, next Friday.
Yeah.
And we've got Hot Off Press Show Wednesday. Thursday we've got Arsenal versus. No, I'm not doing that actually. No. And Sam Min, how he maybe Russell. Yeah, well, we debated that he could be in that seat. Very well, do.
Yeah, I just think Nico Hulkenberg is because he took over at Racing Point whenever they had problems with whatever it was, and I just don't see it. Yeah, I don't see Russell transferring to another team in one season. But it happened. It happened at Red Bull, didn't it? Dazi and Albon that season.
Yeah, but they just swapped the drivers. Hamilton can't really be swapped, to be honest.
Yeah, but in one race, I don't really see Russell in there. Maybe when he does a test or something. Then
He has done tests. I think he has done tests before for him.
But personally, I think Nico Hulkenberg would probably be in the seat this weekend.
But like I said, anyway, there's Thursday. I'm not going to be doing the stream. I've left it on there, but I would have just got back from the hospital, so I'll be knackered. And let alone, I don't really want to watch that shit anyway. To be honest, but I will watch it at home.
I thought you meant Arsenal Tottenham preview.
No, I'm not missing that. Fuck that.
You up the age, obviously.
Oh no. I don't back out. I don't back out of a North London derby. No way. Right. Even if there is a Grand Prix, and it's probably more entertaining than the Grand Prix. But we'll be I will actually be trying to keep it like that. My phone will be having the Grand Prix on whilst the football's on at the same time. So
Oh yeah, so start, isn't
Yeah.
it?
So, but like I said, is preview for the North London derby on Friday. Should have some Tottenham guests come on as well. Um, the actual game is on Sunday. And like I said, Thursday I would have been doing, but because of having midline put in and being at hospital, I'm going to be knackered, so I will not be doing that, and I'll just be watching it in bed, to be honest. So recovering.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, as like I said, thanks to everyone who's tuned in. Right, thanks Chris for coming on again.
No
Hope you
problem.
see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Most likely, yeah.
Yeah,
As
and you
as Liverpool
and
are on now,
and I
so
think
they're
you
not on
probably could have
tomorrow.
worked out. I think you probably could have worked out by now that I'm probably now at Arteta out more than in. To be honest, but don't get me wrong. If he turns it round, then I'll stand corrected. But
It's the
I don't
same.
see it. I don't see it.
It's the same as United fans. Once United use the game, then all of a sudden it'd be IE out then.
Yeah,
But Arsenal is in
I
the worst
wanted to give him. I
situation.
wanted to give him a chance, but I said if performances carry on like this, then I said a few games ago, if performances are like this and it keeps getting like this, then we're not going to get any results.
You don't do better. Sorry, he had a chance there.
That's all right. But like I said, if it was going to get any better, right, then I would be. But I said if it's going to stay like this, then I would be. So, yeah. But yeah, thanks for coming on. I'll leave you to watch not Arsenal.
Liverpool.
No, Liverpool.
Oh, not Arsenal.
Not Arsenal. No, no. I'll leave you to watch Liverpool versus
Ajax at home. Well,
Ajax.
it doesn't matter if it's at home. To be honest, no fans there. But it's
Yeah.
at Anfield.
Are you qualified yet for that group?
We need a point. We only
You
need
need
a
a point.
and we qualify. Which was strange, but because Ajax and Atalanta had to play each other on the final last week, that's why we only need a point.
Yeah.
But I want to win. They over and done with.
Oh yeah, of course. Get it over and done with. Like then you can play the kids in the next game, can't you? So it's a bit like with the Arsenal game as well. It's just, we can play pretty much kids now because we're already through.
Even though the African Stanley owner will probably say, well, they should be playing the first team. Yeah, last season they FA Cup against Shrewsbury when we had that replay where we played the kids and we got a lot of we got slaughtered from it. Doesn't matter. We
Yeah,
won a
but
day.
it's one of those. It's one of those as well. If you know the game's pointless, why the fuck would you risk putting your best players at risk of injury
And
as well?
and they were it's
You got
Jurgen
enough
Klopp.
injuries as it is.
I mean, Jurgen, he doesn't care about these tough competitions. He cares about the Premier League and Champions League. That's it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they are the two biggest prizes you can go for. So, yeah. Like I said, thanks for everyone tuning in, and we'll be back tomorrow. See you then.